Okay, so can we continue? Can we continue now? Can we continue now? Waiting on the next person so we can continue. Can we continue now? Is anyone joining? Okay, so I think I'm going to continue. Okay, all right. I'm going to share my screen now so we can continue from where we stopped. You. Okay, so okay, so all right, so now I'm going to go back to the platform. Okay, so now we can see clearly. Okay, as I said, this is best. Okay, for us to start looking for sales because we can see price came into that area multiple times. Okay, bounced in there, even if it went up, but that we can see 3, 4, 5, 6 candles inside the golden area. Okay, so it's a good place for us to take a sell position. Okay, so now now, what to look for, okay? What to look for here is we need to see price give us a red candle, okay? Which we have here, which we have. This red candle is what we have, okay? We see a red candle. We need to see a green candle. After you see a red candle coming to the golden zone, which we saw here, okay? First, you see a red candle coming to the golden zone. We need to see a green candle, okay? Which we have 2 green candles inside the golden zone. We have this first green candle. We see the second green candle. The third candle, okay, the third candle is sorry, the red candle first, the green, okay. We saw another green candle. That's 3 candles in a whole. We need to see a red candle finish before we can take an entry. So what I'm trying to say here is we see a red candle, green candle, and a red candle needs to finish after the green candle has finished before we can take an entry. Okay, so red candle, 2 green candles, this red candle, that's what we are looking for. So as long as this candle comes out red, okay, remember we're in the 30 minutes time frame. So 30 minutes, after 30 minutes, after this candle comes out red and closes red after 30 minutes, we take our entry at this level, the next red candle, which is this. Okay, this is where we will take our entry, this level. Okay, we take our entry at this level here. Okay, that is our entry level. Okay, the next, after this red candle closes red, we take our sell immediately at that area. Okay, so now I'm going to show us where we can put our stop loss. And remember, I told you that the Fibonacci retracement tool does a lot of things. In fact, it does mostly everything I need to do, okay? It helps us to locate or identify lower highs in a downtrend market. It helps us to identify higher lows in an uptrend market, okay? It also assists us in setting SL, stop loss, okay? If market goes against us, it gets to that level and closes either in loss, okay? And also, it helps us to set TP as a take profit, where at least you get $50 or something like that, okay, in profit, right? So now with the Fibonacci retracement tool still set, okay, now we have a setup now, okay, after that red candle finished on the 30 minutes time frame. So now you can set your stop loss at this area, okay? You can see at this area, all right? At this area where you have this candle, okay? Where you have this candle, you can put your stop loss at this level. Okay, but the stop loss should not be more than that. Okay, the stop loss can be, you can see this level. Let me bring this down so you can see clear. Let me take this out. Okay, you have this 0.786. You see that area? That area means price will not get to that level. But if price gets to that level, it means the signal, okay, or the information that we got was wrong. Okay. We work mostly on probability, so it can also fail. Okay, so if price comes to that level, the 0.786 area, okay, and breaks it through, it means that signal failed, or information was wrong, or maybe manipulation. That is why you can see I did not put my stop loss on top of that 0.786 line. I have to give it small breathing space, because you see spikes and manipulators in the market, okay? A candle can just go and just touch it, take you out, and go to where you want it to go to. So that is why I prefer to take my stop loss higher towards this level, of this candle, okay? The level of this candle at this area here, okay? This level, okay? I put it here, all right? Just because of our manipulators or stop loss hunters, okay? Price can go there and go where you want it to go to, okay? So it's painful. So it's better you give some breathing space for price to do whatever it wants, okay? So now you can see the Fibonacci tracement has given us a well-structured area to put our stop loss, okay? So now our TP will be all the way down to our lower low, which is down to this level, okay? Down to this level, okay? This level, right? Our lower low is going to be down to this level, yes, okay? You can see this is let's see, this is the 1 to 4, okay? It's a very fantastic risk to reward on this play. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Now, in this case, I'll be giving 3 TPs. If maybe, or I'm just assuming we saw this play. Okay. At that time, right? I would give 3 TPs, right? The first TP is going to be, the first TP is going to be here. Okay. I'll put this in green. Okay. Green. The second TP is going to be here, and the third TP is going to be here. Okay, so this is going to be TP1. Okay, TP1. Okay, TP2, TP3. Okay, all right. Right. So you can see clearly, okay, that this would have been a 1 to 4. Okay, so what happened? Okay, after which we saw price come up. Okay, we saw price come up, okay, to this level, came down, went up, and what happened? Price came down, hit TP1, okay, came to TP2, and came to TP3. Fantastic, right? That was a fantastic trade. I can see price kept on going to the downside. I like trading stock. That's why I prefer that when price does this, I just keep on trailing stuff. I get more profit. Okay, sometimes it doesn't work well, but that if it works, all good. Okay, so we can see that was a very, very fantastic opener for sold USD. Okay, so now I'm going to push on. Okay, because this is just one out of many. All right, I'm going to clear all this. Okay, TP1, TP3. Okay, let's clear all these ones. So let's go and look for more. All right, so now this is the lower high. Okay, great. So now we saw, I'll put this as a winning trade. Put it here, one, put it in green, one trade, one trade, one. Okay, so now to get the clearer picture, let's go back to 4 hours. Okay, in the 4 hours, it's clearer. You can identify lower highs and lower lows using the 4 hours time frame. Notwithstanding, okay, you can still use the 30 minutes time frame to identify lower highs and lower lows, but the candles will be too much and choky. You understand? It's going to be too much and you might make mistakes and all. So it's better to go to where you can see the chart clearly and well organized, so you can understand the highs and lows and stuff like that. So I'm going to go back there so we can take a look at it. Okay. Uh, okay, so now I'm going to go to 4 hours. Okay, so we can get the picture much clearer. Okay. Now you can see how coordinated and how clear it is here, right? Fantastic. Okay, it's very much okay like this. So now we found a sell position around this area, which did well. Okay, I remember it's a downward trend, and a downward trend, we're looking for lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and it's given a pattern like it stairs to the downside, as I showed on the few minutes ago. Okay, regarding the lower high downtrend market. Okay, great. So now, right now, we can see that price came from this level up here. Okay, came down, crossed this lower low here to the downside. Okay, so now what does it mean? It means market has formed a new lower low. Okay, which is here, an LL. Okay, you know what? Which has formed. I'm just going to copy and clone this so we don't start typing. All right, so we have a new lower low here. Okay, a lower high up, lower low here, lower high up. I will see price break through this previous lower low to give us a new lower low. Okay, great. Now we have a lower low. Okay, so what do we want to see right now? We um, want to see a new lower low. Sorry, a new lower high. As I explained before, how do we identify our lower high? It's clear. If you look at it, you can know the lower high, of course, is at the top here, right? Let's clone this. The lower high should be here, okay? Because the price did not come and cross this previous LH here. The lower high is here, right? But how do you ascertain it? Okay? How do you ascertain? Because it might come up any day and that price wouldn't have happened. So how do you know that you've got into a lower high? Okay, how do you know that? We use the same Fibonacci retracement tool we used in finding this lower high. Okay, we're going to do that again. So now we're going to close this one. Okay, delete this. We're going to go back to our Fibonacci retracement tool, which is here. Now, from the low, which is this, okay, to the high of the lower high up here. Okay. Now, as I said before, right, I said price need to come towards this 0.618, where you have this red dash line, this area. We want price to come towards this level or break through it. But as long price is touching it or breaking it higher, okay, but as long price touches that red line, it's good for us. Okay, so right now we can say that we have a new lower high. Okay, because we can see price came up towards this level and break it. Okay, great. So now lower high is at this place here. Okay, at this place here. Okay, we can put it here because you can see price went further past the red dash line towards this side, right? Towards this side. Okay, great. So we can say our lower high is at this area. Okay, now let's delete this. Okay, lower high is here. And okay, so sorry. We see price come towards this level. Okay, we can put our LH here as long price passes this dash red line. Okay, so that's our lower high. Great, fantastic. Okay, so guys, now we can say we have a new lower high here. Okay, so right now we're looking for sales, as I said before. Okay, it's a downward trend, so we look for sales alone. That's much better. Okay, it's better we wait for price to come to us, for the market to come to us, for us to react to, than we try to take some 15 minutes buys and lose money and all. So it's better we wait and get a more sweet rich reward, okay? Sweet one, where you can relax and let price just do what it needs to do. because we already know on the daily time frame, we know the market is really on the dip. What I mean by that, on the downward side. So we expect it to go down, except the market can do anything. Okay, so it's better you follow the trend, okay, than work against it. And remember, it should be a general thing on a daily or monthly time frame. You check and see the market is currently going down. It's best you follow it. Okay, right? Great. Don't use 30 minutes or 1 hour time frame to check for general overall trend. Don't do that. It might be fake or just 3 days kind of downward trend or something. It's better you go on daily for you to get the better picture. Don't forget this. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, so now we have a lower high. What do? We go back to 30 minutes time frame, okay, to give us a broader picture of what we need to see. Okay, so now we go back to 30 minutes time frame, which is this. Go back. You see what I said, for us is best to use in identifying lower highs and lower low. Okay, you can see how many candles we have here, very tiny and very frustrating to the eye. Yeah, so 4 hours time frame, best you can identify fast and quick. Okay, so now, what is this? What is this? Okay, so right now we have we have a lower high here. Okay, we're looking to sell. Now to do that, we still need the same Fibonacci retracement tool. So we click this, we delete this. Now we want to sell again. We go back to the Fibonacci retracement tool. We take our Fibonacci retracement tool from the high of the lower high down to the low, which is this. Okay, which is this. Okay, so now we can say, now same scenario as the previous one we did. Okay, sorry. Same scenario. We want price to come into the golden zone, which is the 0.618 area, 0.5 area, for us to take an entry to the downside. Okay. All right. Great. So now we look at it this way. Now we can see clearly the price came down here. You can see we saw red. We saw some couple of candles there, right? Fine. We take a short position there. Remember, I said we need to see a candle coming first, a green candle, then a red candle, or after the green candle has finished. After the green candle has finished, okay, we need to see a red candle finish for to take a sell at that level. Now, we're going to do this together, okay? So now, we have this red candle coming to this area. We have a green candle, we have a red candle, we have a green candle. First of all, we saw a red candle coming to the golden zone. We saw a green candle, okay? We saw 2 more green candles, which is also okay. We saw a red candle coming back into that golden zone. Here would be our sell position. So now we're going to put our sell position there. What happens? Put a sell here, because that's where the red candle finished, okay? Now, the Fibonacci retracement tool shows us where we can take our stop loss. Because we want breather, we can put it here, okay? And also, we can also remember our TP should be at the extreme low of the lower low, okay, which is here, or maybe here, because of this area, okay? This is also 1 to 4, I think. Yeah, 1 to 4. Yeah, 1 to 4, something like that. Okay. So now what happened? Okay, what happened? We saw price come down, okay, and what happened? Price went and hit our stop loss. So you can see in this business, we lose and we win, okay? You cannot always win all the time, okay? So in this case, we saw price come and hit here, and what happened? Price came to the downside, okay? And what happened? It came towards our TP level. What do we call this? We could say, you can see market did this, okay? We lost this, yes, but after price went to hit our stop loss here, it came down, went up, and what happened? Price came down all the way towards our TP, right? So you can see manipulations happen in the market. That is why when I drop signals, I tell us to stick to one lot size. Okay, keep doing it steady. Okay, steady. Just keep doing it steady. You will grow your account because we're having interesting risk to reward. 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 1. Okay, so no matter how price goes against us, we are still going to be on the winning side, except otherwise. Okay, so all right, what I'm trying to say here is we lose and we win. Okay, in this way, we can see something happen. Our stop loss was hit, but we still saw price come down to hit our take profit. Okay, now we can set here our loss. This is a loss here, loss. These things happen, so it's normal. All right, so guys, we are moving into the next one. Okay, so now we see price come down. Okay, from this area. We saw price come down, okay, but price did not cross this level, okay? Price did not cross the lower low, okay? So still means we are still on a lower high, okay? There's no lower low, so we are still looking for any available lower high for us to start looking for more sales to the downside, okay? Cool. So now we close this, we delete this. Now I want to see a lower high. Okay, we can quickly go back to the 4 hours so we can see it clearer and more, yeah. So now we have lower low here. Okay, we want to see price give us a lower low. Okay, finally we can see price came up towards this level. Let me zoom in so we can see. Okay, we can see price came up towards this level after price hit our take profit. After we went on, it hit our stop loss. We saw price come towards our take profit. Okay, so we saw price come up towards this level, but it didn't pass this LH, meaning we can't do anything. Okay, the only time we can do something is when we see a new LH, a new lower high. If we don't see a new lower high, we don't do anything except we see a new lower low, okay, forming and coming up to give us a new lower high. That's when we can start looking for sell opening or whatever, okay? So at this stage, we saw price come here and we saw price come down and cross this level, the lower low, to give us a new lower low, which is here. Okay, so now we have a new lower low below, which we'll put here. Okay, this is a new lower low here. We can delete all this. More. Okay. Okay, great. Now we have a lower low here. We need to identify a new lower low. Sorry, a new lower high. How do we do that? The same Fibonacci retracement methods. Okay. Trading is all about patience and waiting and just relax, let it come to you and you trade. Okay. You don't rush into the market, you wait for it to come to you. Okay, that's just the essence of trading. You relax and wait for it to come to you before you take an entry. You don't force it. If it doesn't come, you wait. When it comes, you take it. Okay, that's just trading for you. Okay. It really means it needs a lot of belief in yourself and patience, like patience, okay? Trading will teach you a lot of things, okay? To bring that thing in you that you think you suppressed, okay? That's trading for. It's a really good teacher, okay? It teaches you and makes you be a better person. I'm telling you, trading will make you be a better person, okay? Just know that. All right, so as I said before, okay, lower low up to the previous lower high, which is here. And what do we want to see? We want to see price touch the 0.618 area, which is the red line. And you can see clearly price didn't break through it, but price touched it. It touched it. You can see clearly it touched this level. Okay, you can see that wick above, it entered into that level. So it's also okay to say it's our lower high. Okay, so great. We can say clone this one. We can say this is our lower high. Okay, so what next? Okay, we need to go back to our 30 minutes time frame. Okay, for us to look for entry to the downside. Okay, if you look at it, you can see price has been going down since. Okay, it has been really going like down, 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 like greatly. Yeah. Okay, let's go to 30 minutes time frame and let's push. All right, so now 30 minutes time frame. Yeah. Okay, time frame. Okay, so now we're in 30 minutes time frame. We can delete this 500 retracement tool and use this that you have here. Okay, it's the lower high, lower low. Now, to look for cells, we need to use our Fibonacci retracement tool as usual. From the lower high, from the high to the low. Okay, now what do we want to see here? Okay, now we see price did what we want. We want price to come into the golden zone, 0.618, 0.5 area. Okay, this area. Okay, and give us what we want, and we take an entry. So let's zoom in to see if market gave us what we want. Okay, now what happened? We can see clearly, we saw a red candle came into that zone. We had two more candles coming to that zone. Then we saw a green candle. We want to see a green candle at least. We saw a green candle in between three candles, and we saw a red candle, which signifies an entry is possible. So now we can take a sell here on this level here. After that red candle closed on the 30 minutes time frame, we'll take a sell here. Okay. All right. And remember, you put your stop loss on the 0.786. Give it small breathing space, maybe towards this level. It's fine. Yeah, it's okay. This level is okay. Okay, the breathing space. Now let's leave it up to this level. Breathing space. Okay. So now we can our TP now is going to be towards our low, which is our low is towards this level, which is here. Okay, that is another sweet mix to roll. That's a 1 to 2. Okay, the stop loss is here, and that's it. Okay, so now we take an entry here again. Our TP1 will be mostly here. To be half of the take from the blue box. Okay, it should be half of that. That's the TP1. So I can say our TP2 will be here. Okay, so our TP1 will be on this line. TP1, which I can give on green. Our TP2, which is this. Okay, so now I can see clearly that is our TP1 and our TP2. And what happened? We saw price give us a very fantastic move. Okay, price came down straight to our TP1. Okay, a price came back up. Okay, I'll be trading stop. After TP1 has been hit. Okay, I do take two entries. TP1, I close. TP2, I hold. I try trail stop and try to see if price can, give me more. Okay, so you can see price came back up here again. And what happened? Price came here. Okay, price came up here again. Price came, smashed out TP2, which is this level. Okay, but what happened? You can see price kept on going down. Okay, price kept on going down, and fantastically, price is still going down. Okay, you can see what price is doing. Price has been going down ever since. Okay, you can imagine. If I'm still trailing stop, that would be fantastic profit. You understand? That would be fantastic profit. Okay, you can see price is still going down. Imagine where I kept on trading stop, maybe on TP2 from this level down to this level. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Awesome. That's a very interesting move. Okay. All right. Okay. That's interesting. That's a very fantastic move, right? So that's it, guys. That's how I take entries on all my trades. Whether it's in a downward trend, whether it's in an upward trend, this is what I do. Okay? The Fibonacci retracement tool does most of the work. Setting your SL, which is a stop loss, setting your take profit, which is the TP, okay? And also identifying your higher low, okay? And also identifying your lower high. These tools help you sort out these things, identify these things in minutes, okay? It makes trading looks easy. But I will not lie to you. Trading is hard. That's just the truth. But it's simple. Okay? Trading, it's simple, but it's hard. Okay? So that's what we'll keep on doing. Okay? If I go back to the 1 hour time frame, sorry, 4 hours time frame to see, okay, we see price come down to give us a new lower high, right? Close. Okay, we have to see lower high here. And what happens? We do the same thing we did before. Because we want to identify the new lower high, we do the same thing. We take, okay, from this side up to the lower high. And what happened? We saw price come towards this side, towards the 0.618. Okay, okay, and that gives us a new a new lower high. Here we go back to a 30 minutes time frame, right? And we do the same thing we did before. We need price to come into the 0.618 area, 0.5 area, the golden zone. Give us those patterns, those red candle first, then a green candle second, another red candle. If that red candle closes, you take a sell. Okay, and remember, if I'm not interested to, we'll give you where you put your stop loss, and of course, your TP should be on the last lower low. That's it. Okay, so you can see it's all about patience and all about just taking your time, understanding the market, and taking it slow and steady. Trading is hard. We have losing days, we have winning days. All is part of the game, or it's part of business. Okay, we lose, we win, but the main thing is all about discipline. Okay, understanding. Everybody can trade. Okay, that's just the truth. Everyone can trade, right? I want us to be able to trade like this. Okay, I know it's a little bit kind of difficult, but you can do it. All right, I'm here 24/7 for all of us. Okay, even if with VIPs, we are, I give them special treat and all. But either way, if you want assistance, you can always hit me up. If I'm free, I would assist. Okay, right? So let's try work like this, and the sky is going to be that limit. Okay, right? I want to go extreme, yes, but I'm taking it slow and steady. Try being consistent every day. Try taking it easy. Try following steps. Try being disciplined and try controlling emotion. That's very important. Emotion is really killing a lot of traders. Okay. I'm still trying to perfect it, but it's not easy. But all the same, guys, I want us to try. I'm going to put this video on YouTube. You can go back, watch the video again, try to implement it, try to see how you can walk through it. Any questions you can ask. Okay, so guys, is there any question you want to ask now before our 7 minutes run out, so we can close and can give you back your time? Any question, guys? Any question at all, so that I can quickly close and we can continue from where we stop? Any question, guys? Any question? Any question? Okay, so guys, um okay, great. Okay, no problem. All right, so guys, I'm going to be closing here, and let's have a wonderful week. KCFX out. Bye, guys.